Let me ask you something. If you had $10,000 saved in cash today, how much do you think it'll be worth in 10 years? Most people assume it will still be $10,000, untouched and safe. But the reality is far different. There's a silent force working against your money every single day, and most people don't even realize it's happening. This force doesn't send you notifications or warnings, but it quietly chips away at your savings. Today, we're going to uncover what's really happening to your cash over time, and why simply saving isn't enough. So what is this invisible threat? It's called inflation. Inflation is something that quietly works against you every single day, whether you notice it or not. Unlike a sudden event, inflation doesn't make headlines or cause panic overnight. Instead, it slowly erodes the value of your money, making everything you buy just a little bit more expensive each year. The scary part is, you don't see it happening. There's no alert or message to warn you. But over time, the impact is real and significant. Simplify what inflation really means. At its core, inflation is when prices go up and your money buys less. Imagine a burger that cost $5 a few years ago. Today, that same burger might cost $7. It's the same burger, but you need more money to buy it. That difference in price, that's inflation at work. But it's not just about prices rising. The deeper truth is that your money is actually losing value. That's the part most people miss, and it's crucial to understand. Let's go back to that $10,000 you have saved. If inflation averages 3% per year in 10 years, your $10,000 will only have the purchasing power of about $7,400. You didn't spend it. You didn't lose it. But it still lost value. That's the real danger of inflation. It feels safe to keep money in cash, but in reality, cash is slowly becoming worth less every year. This is why understanding inflation is so important for your financial future. Now here's the interesting part. Inflation doesn't feel dangerous at first. It's slow, almost invisible. But over time, it adds up. Suddenly, you notice groceries cost way more, rent has increased, and everything just feels more expensive. You might wonder, when did this happen? The truth is, it didn't happen overnight. Inflation was happening the whole time, quietly in the background, and you just didn't notice until it became impossible to ignore. Let's make this real with an example. Imagine you keep $20,000 in a bank account earning 1% interest. If inflation is running at 4%, you're actually losing 3% every year in real value. Even though your account balance goes up slightly, the money's purchasing power is shrinking. This is the hidden cost of inflation that most people overlook. Your savings might look safe, but they're quietly losing value year after year. Here's another example. Suppose your salary increases by 2% per year, but inflation is 5%. On paper, you're earning more money, but in reality, you're actually becoming poorer because your income isn't keeping up with rising prices. This is the illusion of progress that inflation creates. You feel like you're moving forward, but you're actually falling behind. It's a subtle but powerful effect that impacts everyone. This is the illusion. You feel like you're making progress because your salary or savings are growing a little each year. But if inflation is outpacing those gains, you're actually losing ground. It's easy to overlook because there's no obvious sign or bill that tells you how much you've lost. That's why so many people are caught off guard when they realize their money doesn't go as far as it used to. Here's the problem. Inflation is invisible. There's no bill that says, you lost $2,000 this year due to inflation. So people ignore it. They think, I'm saving money. I'm doing the right thing. But saving alone is not enough. Inflation is always working in the background, quietly reducing the value of your hard-earned cash. That's why it's so important to be aware of inflation and take steps to protect yourself. Now here, where things change. Wealthy people don't just save money, they invest it. Why? Because investments can outpace inflation. Assets like stocks, real estate, and businesses tend to grow in value over time. Instead of losing value, their money increases. This is the key difference. Don't just store money, grow it faster than inflation. That's how the rich protect their wealth and even make it grow. Investing is the most effective way to protect your money from inflation. When you put your money into assets that grow over time, like stocks or real estate, you give yourself a chance to outpace inflation. Even small, consistent investments can make a big difference over the years. The key is to focus on long-term growth, not just short-term gains. This is how you build real wealth and safeguard your future. One of the most important steps you can take is to avoid holding too much cash. It's smart to keep an emergency fund for unexpected expenses, but keeping all your money in cash means it's losing value every year. Instead, look for ways to put your money to work so it can grow and keep up with rising prices. This shift in mindset is crucial for protecting your financial future. Consistency is key when it comes to investing. You don't need to invest huge amounts all at once. Even small, regular contributions can add up over time and help you stay ahead of inflation. The important thing is to make investing a habit, just like saving. This way, you're always building your wealth and protecting your money from losing value. Short-term thinking can be dangerous when it comes to your money. Inflation is a long-term challenge, so your strategy should be focused on long-term growth. This means choosing investments that have the potential to grow steadily over many years, rather than chasing quick wins. By staying patient and committed, you give your money the best chance to outpace inflation and build lasting wealth. Another way to protect yourself from inflation is to focus on increasing your income. This could mean asking for a raise, starting a side hustle, or learning new skills to advance your career. The goal is to make sure your earnings are growing faster than inflation. By boosting your income, you can stay ahead of rising prices and continue to build your financial security. You don't need to be a financial expert to protect yourself from inflation. The most important thing is to be aware of how inflation works and take action. By making smart choices with your money, like investing, limiting cash holdings, and increasing your income, you can safeguard your wealth and avoid the silent erosion that inflation causes. Inflation doesn't crash your money overnight. It works slowly, eroding your purchasing power little by little. One day, you realize your money doesn't go as far as it used to. By then, it's often too late to recover what you've lost. That's why it's so important to start taking action now, before inflation eats away at your savings any further. The best time to start protecting your money from inflation is right now. Don't wait until you notice your savings shrinking. By making small changes today, like investing regularly and focusing on long-term growth, you can ensure your money keeps its value and even grows over time. Remember, the goal isn't just to save money, but to protect and grow it. Inflation is often called the silent thief because it quietly steals your purchasing power without you noticing. Unlike other financial risks, it doesn't make a lot of noise or cause immediate panic. But over time, its effects are undeniable. That's why it's so important to understand how inflation works and take steps to defend your money against it. Purchasing power is a simple concept. It's how much your money can actually buy. When inflation rises, your purchasing power falls, meaning you need more money to buy the same things. This is why $10,000 today won't buy as much in the future if inflation continues. Protecting your purchasing power is the real goal of smart money management. Many people feel safe keeping their money in cash. It's tangible, it's always available, and it seems secure. But the reality is that cash is constantly losing value due to inflation. What feels safe is actually risky in the long run. Understanding this can help you make better decisions about where to keep your money. It's important to have some cash set aside for emergencies. This is your safety net for unexpected expenses. But beyond your emergency fund, keeping large amounts of cash exposes you to inflation risk. The key is to balance safety with growth by investing the rest of your money in assets that can keep up with or beat inflation. Stocks are one of the most popular ways to outpace inflation. Over the long term, the stock market has historically provided returns that exceed inflation. By owning shares in companies, you participate in their growth and profits, which helps your money grow faster than prices rise. This is why many financial experts recommend stocks as part of a long-term investment strategy. Real estate is another asset that can help protect your money from inflation. Property values and rents often rise along with inflation, which means your investment keeps its value over time. Owning real estate can provide both income and appreciation, making it a powerful tool for building wealth and staying ahead of rising prices. Owning a business or investing in businesses is another way to outpace inflation. Businesses can adjust their prices and grow their profits, which helps investors keep up with rising costs. Whether you start your own business or invest in others, this approach can provide returns that beat inflation and build long-term wealth. Putting all your money in one place is risky. Diversification means spreading your investments across different assets, like stocks, real estate, and businesses. This reduces your risk and increases your chances of beating inflation. A well-diversified portfolio is one of the best defenses against the silent erosion of your wealth. If you ignore inflation and simply keep your money in cash, you're losing purchasing power every year. The cost of doing nothing is real and can add up to thousands of dollars lost over time. Taking action now, even with small steps, can make a huge difference in your financial future. Short-term thinking can lead you to make decisions that feel safe but are actually risky in the long run. Inflation is a slow process, but its effects are powerful over time. By focusing on long-term growth and making smart investment choices, you can protect your wealth and avoid the pitfalls of inflation. Awareness is only the first step. To truly protect your money from inflation, you need to take action. Whether it's starting to invest, increasing your income, or diversifying your assets, every step you take helps defend your wealth. Don't wait for inflation to erode your savings. Start making changes today. Let's quickly review what we've covered. Inflation is the silent force that erodes your money's value over time. Keeping too much cash is risky, while investing in assets like stocks, real estate, and businesses can help you stay ahead. Consistency, long-term thinking, and diversification are your best tools for protecting and growing your wealth. Inflation doesn't just affect your savings, it impacts your daily life. From groceries to rent, everything becomes more expensive over time. If your income and investments aren't keeping up, you'll feel the pinch in your everyday budget. That's why it's so important to plan ahead and take steps to protect your money. Inflation's impact compounds over time. A small difference each year can add up to a huge loss in purchasing power over a decade or more. That's why starting early and staying consistent with your investments is so powerful. The sooner you act, the more you can benefit from compounding growth and stay ahead of inflation. Trying to keep up with inflation by constantly adjusting your spending isn't the answer. Instead, focus on outpacing inflation through smart investments and income growth. This proactive approach puts you in control and helps ensure your money grows faster than prices rise. Being financially aware means understanding the forces that affect your money, like inflation. It also means staying informed and making decisions that protect your wealth. The more you know, the better equipped you are to make choices that keep your money safe and growing. Financial education is one of the most valuable investments you can make. By learning about inflation, investing, and money management, you give yourself the tools to build and protect your wealth. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. Many people make the mistake of ignoring inflation or thinking it won't affect them. Others keep all their money in cash or chase risky investments. The best approach is a balanced strategy that includes investing, diversification, and ongoing education. Avoiding these common mistakes can make a big difference in your financial future. Building good financial habits is essential for long-term success. This means saving regularly, investing consistently, and reviewing your finances often. Good habits help you stay on track and make it easier to protect your money from inflation and other risks. Setting clear financial goals gives you direction and motivation. Whether it's saving for a home, retirement, or a big purchase, having goals helps you stay focused and make better decisions. Goals also make it easier to measure your progress and adjust your strategy as needed. Financial planning isn't a one-time event. It's important to review your progress regularly and make adjustments as needed. This helps you stay on track, respond to changes in the economy, and keep your money growing despite inflation. The earlier you start protecting your money from inflation, the better. Time is your greatest ally when it comes to investing and building wealth. Even small steps taken today can lead to big results in the future. Don't wait, start now and give your money the best chance to grow. Consistency is more important than perfection. By making regular contributions to your investments and sticking to your plan, you can weather the ups and downs of the market and stay ahead of inflation. The key is to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. Wealthy people understand the dangers of inflation and take steps to protect their money. They invest, diversify, and focus on long-term growth. By learning from their strategies, you can apply the same principles to your own finances and build lasting wealth. Ultimately, it's up to you to protect your money from inflation. No one else will do it for you. By taking responsibility for your financial future, you empower yourself to make better choices and secure your wealth for years to come. Now that you understand the impact of inflation and how to protect yourself, it's time to take action. Review your finances, set goals, start investing, and keep learning. Every step you take brings you closer to financial security and freedom. Inflation is not dramatic. It doesn't crash your money overnight, but it slowly erodes it until one day you realize your money doesn't go as far as it used to. By then, it's often too late. So start now. The goal isn't just to save money, it's to protect and grow it. Remember, if your money isn't growing, it's shrinking. Take action today and secure your financial future.